Hello again, it's Greg Stobie here from Versis software and TradingPredictor. I'd like to show you a video it's another video for the ALR software, and this time I wanted to try and get the point across that you can take a trade in any direction and not really care what direction you've taken your trade, because you're still going to win anyway, no matter what way the market goes. So it doesn't really matter what way you take your trade. You can in fact take the trade blindly if you wanted to, and the trade would still win for you. We don't recommend that you take the trade blindly because it may end up that you have to wait for it to get into a profitable state, which means it has to take hedge trades in order for it to get itself into a profitable state, and that may take some time. Whereas if you had taken the trade in the correct direction the first time, then you would win your money and take your profit a lot sooner, rather than having to wait for it to hedge its way out of the wrong trade direction in order to take profit. But it doesn't really matter, because either way you're still going to win, but one would come out faster than the other. So if you choose the right direction initially, then you're going to get your profit sooner than you would if you took the wrong direction. But again, just to prove a point that it doesn't matter, I thought I'd do something rather crazy, something that no traders would ever do when taking a trade. Now, trading is quite scary for some people. Some people don't like doing it. It's too scary. They're going to lose money, and they panic, and it's all a very frightening environment. But with the ALR working for you, then it doesn't have to be like this anymore. It's all very calm and peaceful, and very easy to deal with, because you know you're going to win anyway. Now, I know this all sounds too good to be true, but as I said before, it does actually work. The only catch, if you like, there's no catch as such, but if you want to think of it as a catch, because when something's too good to be true, then we all know that it usually is too good to be true, and there's going to be some sort of catch. Well, the only catch in this situation is that if you take a trade, like I said before, in the wrong direction, or if your trade reverses on you, then you just have to wait a bit longer and use up some of your margin while the hedge trades are placed, in order to get you out of that negative situation or market reversal that goes against your trade. But it will come out in profit, and as long as you take or use sensible lot sizes, then your trade will be able to hedge its way out of a negative situation, and without any trouble. It just will take a bit longer, obviously, for the trade to get to a profitable stage than it would if you had taken the correct direction in the first place. So there's no catch as such. It just means you have to wait a bit longer if you take the wrong direction. So, going back to what I said, I thought I would play this video that I recorded for you, and it's a video of me taking a blind trade. What I mean by that is that I'm going to open MetaTrader, and there's going to be no chart visible on the screen. I will have the US dollar and the Japanese yen chart minimized, so it is there, and I've got the ALR running on it, but I won't be able to see what direction the market is going. And so I'm just going to place a trade up or down, and randomly just guessing, and see what happens. Now, as I said before, it doesn't matter what direction it goes, so this, I guess, proves that it does do what I claim. And I will let this video play on, and I'll show you what happens. I'm going to play it fast, of course, and just because it gets very boring, because there's nothing to watch, because the chart is minimized. So there's my desktop, as you see on the screen. I'm going to open FX Pro and take a trade randomly. So we open up, and I open up the order screen, place an order. I'm just going to pick a random size. I'm going to pick a sell. I can't see the chart, so as you can see here, I've got a 1.1 mini lot placed. I've got just about $2,000 in the account, 1998, and I've taken a random trade down as a sell trade. I can't see the chart. I haven't seen the chart. I don't know what the market is doing, where it's going, how it's performing, how good or bad it is. I haven't seen it at all. I'm not cheating. I haven't looked at it, or I don't know what it's doing. I just thought I'd randomly take a trade and see what happens. So what I expect to happen, obviously, is for me to take profit once the take profit setting has been hit. The take profit setting that I have set in the ALR is 8 pips, and I've got a crazy 4 pip zone, which is very small, smaller than you should normally make it, but I've made it small in this case to try and force the trade to come in sooner. Now, as you can see, because I've got a 4 pip zone, already buy and sell and hedge trades have been placed because the market is moving. Now remember, this is moving fast. Of course, this is about 8 times the normal, 4 times the normal speed in the video, and so it's opened hedge trades because the price has moved out with the zone area. The 4 is rather small. As I said in the previous video, you wouldn't normally do that, but for purposes of this video, I'm making the zone small to show you that it still works. And so what's happened now, it's taking a few hedge trades and it's going to work its way up to work its way out and get me my 8 pip profit that I've asked it to get. And all I have to do is sit back and let it do that. Now again, I've not looked at the chart. I don't know what direction it was going. Not that now that it really mattered, because you see that I took a sell trade. I could just as easily have taken a buy trade, and it still would. I still wouldn't know what was right or wrong. And that's the whole point. We never know what's right or wrong. So even if we do take a trade that looks a dead cert to be a winner because the trend is going up, for example, and we take an up trade, but it just as easily could reverse for any unknown reason that we will never ever know about, for some event or news or weather or storms or wars, disasters, elections. Who knows? There's all these reasons, even market makers, manipulation. Who knows what goes on out there to change the market direction? It's all going to go against us, so we don't know what direction it's going to go. And that's what troubled me, because even writing the most perfect software, which I strive to do for many years with the previous software that I've done, with the V3 and the V4 and the juxtaposed software and the codenames 8 collection, they're all great software, but I'm limited to what I can do, because I can only play with the data or use the data that I receive, and that was never always good enough, because it's old data, it's data that's been sent to me. All I can do is use that and use the best probability and algorithms to predict what should possibly happen in the future based on what has been received. But as we know, the world is not like that, the markets are not like that, and so when the trades go against you, despite the indicators saying, and you with your knowledge looking at the charts saying that it should not have done this, there's no reason. We can't make the markets do what they want them to do. They're never going to do what we want them to do. It's not up to us. We just have to accept that we are up against it at all times, and it's for this reason I wanted to write software that would help me win my trades that did go against me, because I was fed up writing great software that was helping me win 70 or 80% sometimes of my trades, but still 30 or 20 or 30% of them were losing, even though my indicators were saying it should have been a winner. But that wasn't my fault or the software's fault. It's because something happened in the market that was totally against my knowledge, and I would never have known about it, and no indicators in the world would ever have known about. So it's these trades that I wanted to be able to turn around and make profitable for me, and hence the reason for the creation of the ALR. And that's exactly what it does. It takes all losing trades and turns them into profitable trades. And so I thought I could prove this by showing you this demonstration, by me taking a trade absolutely blindly without even looking at the chart, and to show you that it does not matter what direction we take the trade. It doesn't matter what direction it goes or changes mind, or what it does during its movement. We are still going to take our profit when it reaches the profit that we have set the ALR to take. So let's have a look, see where we are just now. We still have, as you can see in the chart, we still have 3 hedge trades. We have our initial 0.1 lot, and then of course the market has gone up rather than down, because so the ALR has then placed a trade up, and then it's placed a trade sell, then it's placed another buy, because the market's moved up and down in between our zone, and it has taken trades accordingly in order to try and cover the previous ones and also take profit at the same time when it gets, oh, well, there we go. It's just closed while I was speaking there. The trades have closed. They've taken my 8 pip profit, as you can see here, 2019. So I've made 21 or £20 profit, or $20 profit in this case. It was only a small mini lot that I used, but that's just an example, just to show you that it does take profit. The actual lot sizes in this case are not important, but the principle and the whole point of this video was to show you that it does take profit, even though I took a blinded trade and the market went up and down, and I didn't know what direction it was going. I had no idea. I just took a trade down in this case, and the market went up and the market went down, and I still managed to win without me doing anything. So that's I think pretty much it. As I said, I used small zone size and take profit, but normally you take well, a 4 zone and an 8 take profit and an 8 stop loss, but that isn't it's something you'd normally do because it's too small. But I did it in this case to force it to take trades up and down, just to show you how it would work. Because it would work exactly the same way if you were to have larger zone size and larger take profits. It would work exactly the same way, and in fact it would take less hedge trades, because it wouldn't the price wouldn't break through the zone edges of 4 pips in this case as often as it would if you had a larger zone size. So you pick a sensible zone size, more than 12, say 12, 15, 20 pips of a zone, and double that zone size for your take profit, and then no matter what direction the price ends up going, you will always take profit. That's the general rule. Okay, let me see if I can just have a quick look at this chart to see if we can see what oh, there it is. That's the ALR doing what it does, taking the trades, and eventually, as we saw, closing for us. I let this video run on for ages before I actually stopped it. That's why it's gone on for so long. That's why I had to come back and play this back to you, because to let it go for such a long time, I went away and did other things, and just while this was taking its trade, I forgot all about it. But that again proves the point. Took a blinded trade, I forgot all about it, but came back to profit. So I think that kind of summarises what I'm trying to prove here. So there you go. That's the ALR and what it does, and that should enable you to be able to take trades with much more confidence and no fear of the markets, because you know you're going to win all the time. Okay, I hope that helps. Thanks again for watching, and speak to you again soon. Please let me know if you want me to show you any videos about anything in particular, and I will do so. Thank you. Bye for now.